used to have so much in common.
Good. Divine Rising, family, Divine Rising. I am here, Southern Goddess, with you, with my big sis Keish, as well as my little cousin Ian.
Hi.
Okay. He's also an artist, just so you know. Got some music out there. Just want to put it out there.
Yeah.
We're just here on our next segment of Conscious Talk, and let's just talk. That's all that we're doing. Um, what I'm gonna dive deep in, sis, because I was telling my cousin here, we was talking about what is it, Saturn return, Saturn retrograde that we get every 21 years. He was talking about it. I was bringing it up. I was like, well, we just had it. Some of us just had it in our since
No, not every 21 years. Is it between 28 and 30 years?
well, I knew it was somewhere around there. So
Yeah,
I was telling
called the
saying
Saturn return.
it's what?
Called the Saturn return.
Yes, that's what we were talking about earlier. And I was telling him some of us have already had ours because, our first one was in our late 20s, like in mid to late 20s. And then
28 to 30,
the next one would be like in your 50s, correct? Yeah.
50 to 60.
Yeah, so he was just diving deep in that and wanting to understand that because we were talking about self-reflecting on how this year went. And that's what in the world are you doing? That's my cat, y'all. I'm so sorry. Jumping up and down on knocking candles down. Lord have mercy on knocking candle down, Lord. I can fix it. That's all that matters. But we're just self-reflecting pretty much. And everybody's in alignment, basically. How has this year been for you? How has this year been for you, cousin? And what seeds are you planting? Or I would say, what are you planting and nurturing for next year? What do you want to see happen? So we can start there.
So share. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'll let my cousin start off because he's our guest. And let's come on, cousin,
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Come on.
Yes. Hi. No, I'm Ian. I'm Jacqueline's cousin, obviously. Southern goddess, you know. So this year. So we said this year, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
far.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like a change, like a switch, but not in the normal like New Year's resolution switch.
Yeah,
Like more like a different like a different grounding or foundation for something else.
yeah, like a
Like a
transformation.
transformation type.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
And what has this past year, um, how did you come about this from this past year into now?
well, energies, I mean, I think we learn a lot from like, just beings like as we are. Like we just learn a lot from each other. Like, different energies, different spaces, environments. Um just um just like I'm moving up where you are, you know? Like so just a change, just all of the change and all for the good. I think things in my life this year have just switched in that way where I'm changing the way I think and I act on things.
Mhm.
But the thing is, when I do that, it's automatically I'm in a more positive and safe space. Just like self, my self is like good and comfortable and safe. And I'm thinking in my mind like, why didn't I make that switch before?
You probably just it wasn't time
It
Wasn't
yet.
wasn't for you
probably.
to. Yeah,
Probably
it wasn't for you to.
Yeah, because now I can like literally say, okay, this is not where I need to be, so I need to uproot.
Mhm.
And so, different things, different endeavors that I'm just getting into for this year. And like I said, like moving and things like that.
Okay. Jacqueline,
Oh yes, so family, I know I'm gonna talk y'all head off, but I would try not to. But hey, we here, conscious talk. Well, I will say this: my business, I've had my business for a year and everything. Learning the ins and outs of being a business owner, just working for yourself, taking in the feedback. Why did this experience happen in this moment? Well, that experience happened so that I can have the knowledge and wisdom for the now so that I can transform my business into something better, having a clearer view. That's with just business and personal as well. Like my cousin was saying, the way that you think, how you respond to experiences, like we talk about, sis. Everything don't need a response, but if it does need your response, how do you respond to it? Having a different mind frame to that, changing the way that I eat, changing the way that I, move throughout my risings. Like instead of getting up sluggish and whatnot, I'm getting up and I'm feeling vibrant. I'm feeling elevated because I get another rising at continuing my journey and my purpose and what it is, and having deeper understanding of what it is that I'm here to do in this lifetime. Looking at the signs, symbols, and synchronicities. When you read the books that we read and you find those keys and gems and tools and everything, it all makes sense. Like, oh, that's why that time I did X, Y, and Z, or that's why that time I experienced this. I needed that moment to have the wisdom that I have now, if that makes sense. So it helps with a lot of elevation. I have so much more of a clearer path in view for what's to come. So, and I also learned because I used to like to overshare what it is that I wanted to do and what I'm going to do. I stopped doing that. I allow myself to move in the quiet, in the shadows, and allow it to manifest in the physical afterwards. Like, hey, I did this great thing here. So that's what I reflected on, and I'm still reflecting on that as well as a parent as well. If I see my daughter do or say something, and I'm like, "Ooh, ooh, girl, oh, girl, I almost forgot you was my child." But then I be like, "Hold on, if I don't like what she said or did, where did she get it from? If it's from me, I need to fix that." That's me. How do I do that? Be the example, be the positive role model. Let her see me. And as well as go and talk to her and tell her, hey, mommy shouldn't have done that. Mommy should have said that like that. I should have chose another route. But I understand again why it needed to happen so that I can have that awareness of that I was doing that. So that's my reflective moment there, sis.
Well, for me, let's see. I can say that this year has been able to give me more clarity and understanding of other people,
Mm,
how they perceive things, how they interpret things, because I'm more of an observer, and I'm always questioning, and because of that, I was able to dabble into human design and astrology to give me more clarity of other people, to say that we are all one, but to be able to see people as being their individual self as well.
I'm sure.
Through my spiritual journey, I've been able to see that my practice is very different from those around me,
Very much.
um, and being able to navigate myself through that process without leaning or um, others providing me with information for me, and seeking for myself
Mm,
has been something that I have always done, but to be able to see the strength in what it is for me has been very dynamic this year. So, where they say that this year has been an upheaval battle for most, this year has been very dynamic for me. It's brought me in a lot of clarity and understanding for self and for the ones that are around me. Um, just today, I was able to find out the position I was in, because I had been questioning that, um, and was able to get a good understanding of that position, and understanding that it's the position I'm in, and that's where I'm supposed to be at.
Sis, you
Understanding
talking
it,
about currently like you physically in the
yeah,
position.
today.
What we just saying this about, we literally was just saying this earlier about myself. I was like, I know why I'm where I am. And I understand. I understand, overstand. I get it now. So
That was right
Yeah.
before
it definitely was. It was right.
So
She be
so
in my brain.
that clarity came in, and it came in right on time, because I've not seen anybody else in the position that I'm in. And a lot of times we start looking on the outside. Once you understand what's on the inside, you look on the outside, and a lot of times the outside gives us confirmation, but the position I'm in is not. It can't be confirmed through anybody or anything around me. And so once I got that clarity, it was very great because I was like, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. As I've always known, so I'm not one to say, why am I in this position? I know why I'm where I am at the time that I am. I don't, what if I would have made a different decision? I know not to do that because every position that I'm in is a position that I'm supposed to be in. But this particular position was a more unclear, um, misunderstood position. And I needed a little bit more clarity. And so today it came in a podcast. And as I was listening, I was like, right there, that's where it is. So this year has been it's been amazing for me. I can't complain about anything, the ups, the downs,
Yeah.
the twists, the turns. I enjoy all of it because it's part of life. It's part of what it is. No trying, no I reflect, but when I reflect, it's more in an observing situation. I don't mule over anything.
Yeah.
So
You know, I mean, it's all
just in the breeze.
experience, yes. And what was it? I was speaking to a friend of mine earlier, and he mentioned, you know, when you have those moments where you feel like it's a low moment, that's when you get the most of your wisdom from in that moment so that you can get over that. So yeah, I was like, that's definitely right. I said, I'm a wise method for this situation I'm going through right now. So yeah, because you know, I look at it like that. Okay, self, I get it now. I trust me. I trust my internal self. And that's what I like about our podcast. We share our experiences so people can trust in their own internal power and everything.
So I seen a podcast that says, yeah, is there really a spirituality that is out there that is one size fits all? And the gentleman was saying, no, there's not, and he's right. There is no one size fits all because we're not. Although we came from one source, we're not all the same. We came in on different energy levels. We came in with different understanding due to past lives. I got better understanding of the human design and how I want to read it.
yeah.
So it helps me to be able to look back on other people's human designs and see what this is. And I think a lot of people don't understand when you look at your human design, the the understanding is to whatever is not defined, define that center that is undefined. And if you're not working towards that, then how are you going to come in as a more defined human being the next time um, you incarnate? So
Exactly.
just all these understandings, it's great for me.
Exactly. For example, like my willpower, as you can see, is undefined. And I sat with myself and I said, well, how do I define my willpower? A lot of my willpower, if I sit and I'm like, man, I want to do this, but do I really want to go and do all of that? And I told myself, stop thinking like that. Just do it. Just
So
go.
willpower is basically people pleasing and making sure that you're
Yeah.
not people pleasing and
I stopped doing
um,
that too.
Right.
yeah, if you go into the human design thing and you can click on it, I don't know, I know the one that I have, you can click on it and it asks you questions
Yeah,
to be able to,
but you gotta send mine to me, sis.
I
Whatever.
can't send that one to you. This
No,
one is, this one, I can't send what I'm talking about. I can't send it to you. I'll have to give
okay,
you the questions and
okay,
then you'll have to be able to write them down
okay.
and see. But it gives you specific questions. It asks specific questions because I've been through it to see
Yeah,
um, or just the people that are around me. Yeah.
okay, okay, yeah. So that people pleasing was a big thing that I used to do a lot.
Same girl.
I was just telling my cousin, I
Leader.
said, cuz, your cousin was in a place one time where, you know, I was just overflowing in wealth. Okay. Still is. Okay. Let's put that out there. But at that time, I was giving, because I was too busy people pleasing, looking for love in the wrong places, because abandonment and all that type of stuff. That stuff I had to do the inner work on myself to like eliminate. Oh, no, no, no. Why am I feeling this way? Let's get to the root and pull them roots out of there so that I can do for self and focus on self and what you say, regroup, and what else is regroup.
Regroup, and reposition.
There we go.
That's good.
Yes. I told her to put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay, re sound like we, ain't it? Re. I did that. So cutting out the people pleasing instead of people pleasing. Why not please myself? When you show yourself that inner divine love, you can exude that from inside out. And I envision me exuding love inside out, and like my heart chakra waves are like waving. It's like a radio wave just waving out. I'm sending out this little effect, and I'm just you have such a pleasant smile today. Oh, well, thank you, love. Doing stuff like that. And I if you be yourself, it'll track all to you. So that's basically
And I
it.
had said what I said today. I was like, "What your cup runneth over?"
Yeah,
But like till it's empty,
yeah,
and then you have nothing for you.
yeah.
And
So
you know,
You learn to replenish that.
mhm.
Over time, you will learn to be able to replenish that information and learn when your battery starts to run low that you're the one that has to replenish that for yourself. Um, that's very important. And it's important for a lot of people who are undefined in certain areas so that they can learn that, first of all, life is just this big journey. It's a
yeah,
journey of, we say we have free will, but do we?
Mm.
that's a
Or
good
are we
question.
trying to do something that's already going to be within us? The door just hasn't opened yet.
That's a good question. So let's answer that. Will one assume they have free will if their mind is still stuck in a place of how we say the illusions is that
Free will can be, so look at free will as decision making. Are you buying into the illusion when you make your decisions, or are you understanding that you're supposed to listen when you make your decisions?
Didn't we just have a similar conversation at that time? We was talking about Christmas earlier. And I said, cuz I sat with myself. Cuz a lot of people at this time, same time of the year, they literally would go broke to show their love or affection through, gifts and stuff like that. And I get it, But I said, why would I want to do that every year for my daughter? Just one day out the year, I give her love and all kinds of stuff throughout those years. So why am I hurting myself that way?
So I don't believe everybody is going broke. It's just the ones who overspend in a misunderstood mind frame of saying that, okay, this is one day that I want to spend with my family. How do I spend it?
Yeah,
Um, I mean, we exchange for the moment of love, and understanding, but I'm not going to go out and overspend what
mhm,
I know that I don't have.
right,
So
right.
I think it's just the mentality. If your pocket says spend, then spend. Because see, when we hold on to our money too tight and we grip it, we keep it from coming in. We keep it from
That's true.
flowing.
That's true. That's true. That's why you have to have conscious circulation of what you use your money with.
And cousin,
It's
you do that.
exactly.
You said
So
throughout the years,
well,
like
because
you were
that
saying, like,
yeah,
but
that
you
yeah.
don't hold on to it.
No, I
I've
don't.
noticed, and you told you,
One gentleman, he
Yeah.
shared this understanding of how he was broke, and to get money coming in, he was giving his money to other people so
Mhm.
that they could have. And then he started
Mhm.
to realize the more he gave to other people, the more his money came in.
Yep.
That's a mentality that takes a very strong-willed person to be able to do, for the simple fact is most of us is just trying to pay our bills.
You're
So
right.
how am I gonna pay this bill if I give this money away?
Yeah.
Right,
So
right,
that's
right.
but that's a free will way of thinking as well, because if I give this money away, I won't pay this bill, but not thinking that if I give this money away, then money will flow to me if I have the right understanding to say, I can give you this because what is it? It's just an energetic
Yep,
piece of paper, which is a certified note or bill of note to somebody else.
very much so. I said, what
You
was it, like a month ago? I said, cause I realized and I noticed, I said, no matter what I circulate my money on, it could be something so silly. I always get it back. It
yeah, I
always
give money
comes.
away. I give it to people who need it. I make sure that I give, if there is a portion of my money that I've already spent, I take and I give that back. I've done it since I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
I do it once a month. Um, I give. It's not large portions,
Yeah.
but it is double digits. I mean,
Act of
it's a
kindness.
hundred or more.
Yeah, the act of kindness is
Yeah, I don't. I mean, think about it. If I was to die today or tomorrow, what am I going to do with that money?
well, who was that rapper said, I'm gonna spend it all. Wait for so I think it's Wiz Khalifa. I think it's called what is this, a song? Until I'm Gone or something like that. It's a good song, but him talking about, if he's not here the next day, he got all this money, what he's supposed to do with it. He's gonna have him a
Give it
good
away.
time. Yeah, so
Mhm.
yeah, I have me a good time. I also take care of my responsibilities, but I'm having conscious awareness of what I'm doing at the same time. But no matter where I circulate it to, and I want y'all to get that in your mind. No matter where you circulate it to, it'll always come back to you. Ooh, bars. I wasn't even trying to rap.
The
That
more,
bar was
the more you give to people, the more that you give to the less needy, and not spend on material things, it will come back to you tenfold plus, because the energetic understanding of giving it to another human being that is one with us, is connected to us,
Yeah,
is
I still
given
see
back
attention
to
no matter
yourself
where you spend it.
yeah,
in double. So
you
yeah,
gotta let it go.
instead of spending it for the masses, instead of spending it on material, um,
Now, if it's
spend it.
material you need for your business and stuff like that, okay, yes. That's why I said use
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say take out of your business or take out of your home, but what I
Yeah.
am saying is
where
that
Business
if
would be
you
like
know there's
this.
somebody that needs, that's less fortunate or doesn't have,
put
then if you provide that money with them, instead of going out and buying new clothes, new shoes, new car, this or that or the other things that you already have,
be
give
conscious
to
of it.
people in abundance. And therefore, when you give to them, of course, you'll always receive, because when you put it in one hand, it's energetic to come back to you anyway.
And then money isn't necessarily the only thing you can give. If you have talent, you can give your art just out of the love of your heart. I've actually done that several times, and I get more joy out of doing that because it's something I created with my hands, as well as it's from my authenticity. It's from my
Mm-hmm.
heart.
Can
So
I add to that?
Right.
yeah, go ahead. This is conscious
Yeah,
talk. We
because
talking.
it is very conscious, by the way. Yo, I like I know it was conscious talk, but I said conscious.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm country,
You should have
but
heard. You should hear all the shit I
oh,
said on here. It's cool.
conscious talk. This is great.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, like what you create, like you put your hands on it. Like I've had that experience when I've like written music.
Yeah.
And it was when I was going.
Yeah.
You remember that time I was
Yeah. Yeah.
going. But I was getting DMs, I was getting like Brazil and all kinds of places. I don't know. But I mean, and it was from these just people who heard what I wrote and how I sung it and what I said, the message in it, because it
Yeah.
came from a place. But for me, I was like, well, sure, this could help somebody, but I went through this. And then I
Yeah.
was so surprised how somebody else went through something similar, or it hit them a different way, or they could understand it in a different way. And I was just so like, it was so much, it was just the overflow of joy and gratitude with
Yeah.
that. I was like, oh my goodness. Like I literally almost cried. I would get like paragraphs. And it was just so just something about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like say for instance, like parents and children.
Yeah.
Children when they're like younger, maybe for like holidays or whatever, or they'll make something at school with the macaroni and
Yeah.
or the Santa Claus with the cotton balls,
Yeah.
for the beard. And they put work into it and then they say, "Here, mom, I made this." And you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll still do
and you
that
put it
too.
on the refrigerator and
Still
you
do
do
that.
that. Oh, you're so funny. But you do. You got it on the refrigerator, but stuff like that, you put it on the refrigerator and you're so like, happy and it's joy. But at
Yeah.
the same time, that child grows up and then you get a card from like a Hallmark card or something like that
Yeah, yeah,
with the stuff already printed.
yeah,
Here, mama, and here goes some money. And then you're like, well, money's nice. You get the money
yeah.
in it, but it's like,
You
man,
know,
you remember when you
yeah, you
made the
don't
macaroni?
feel the
You want to
love.
pull out that
Yeah.
box of like just
Yeah.
crafts that they did when they were little. I feel
Yeah.
like it's like that when talking about like money and gifting
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
in different ways, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like the
Mhm.
The
creativity
intention.
you said that came from you to
The
another
intention.
person, and that's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very much so.
definitely the intention.
Very much
It's
so.
the intention of the person to say that I thought about you.
Yes.
You
Yes.
see what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's the intention. Um, that's all.
And that
Mhm.
was the whole reason why I had gifted them those candles, because I was like, people want to be felt like they are thought of,
Yeah, one of
So
the biggest
here,
reasons.
I
Yeah.
thought of you, this is what I can give you, this is what I offer, and this is my love to you. So yeah, I definitely agree to that. See, she wearing that hat. You see, she wearing that hat
I
over
like it.
there. I do too. She wearing
It's
that hat.
purple.
It is, because I really like it. She wearing it, honey. I want me one. Okay.
It's cold. It's cold. Hmm.
Yeah.
Wear hats and 5 pairs of clothes up
No, I
in
like
here. It's cold.
I ain't no sun here lately, see, so I can
Well,
see
it snowed
the
on
sunshine
Sunday.
through my. Say what, love?
It snowed on Sunday, so you seeing the light shine off the snow.
Oh, see, she said they had 3 inches. What about now?
really. I mean, he said yeah, it's about 3 inches of snow.
Oh man.
Or
Okay.
was, or at some point. I didn't ask him what today's forecast looked like.
It's ice,
Is it ice? He showed me a picture of his
nice
car.
and icy.
My favorite car covered.
Oh,
Yeah.
like somebody got paint and just paint. Oh,
You got to
Oh
sit.
no, I had to get that off the car. It can't drive with snow. It turns into ice. And so yeah, but yeah. So next year, what are you all what is you don't put all your stuff out there, but what are some events that you would like to see take place for next year?
well, I definitely want to continue to see my business elevate with its intentions in the candles and connecting with more people as well. I'm trying not to put everything out there. Oh, I want to tell everything, but no, we learned our lesson. Okay, so that's one of my biggest things, because this is something that I built with my ancestors from ground up, and for me to just have a first year running, and I didn't do so bad. I didn't do so bad. I can only imagine what it will look like for me next year, especially with every crown load and idea that I have coming in now, and I'm putting in the work. So that, as well as, going on some trips.
Period.
I need that Jet 2 holiday. Okay, that's what I need.
Jet
Okay, and
holidays. Yeah.
That's a you go.
Two.
What about you, cousin?
For me,
Oh,
oh, I'm sorry. But
that's
no, I'm
good.
very excited about my plans for next year, even the ones that I don't even know yet, because I'm in such a happier space, not because everything's perfect and going well.
Because you're at your cousin
Girl, I
house.
found a zit this morning.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? It's new.
so that's what you're looking forward to for next year.
No, what I'm saying.
Oh, you threw me off.
No, I was
We
saying
you
like,
were talking
everything
about
ain't
one thing and went to another.
well,
Yeah.
like I guess I was saying like as far as like when you have like insecurities or whatever, because
Yeah.
everything ain't like perfect right now,
Yeah.
but I'm happy still. I don't know, like but I'm just imperfect. It's like being happy in
Imperfectly imperfect world.
there you
So I'm
go.
gonna ask you, what's perfect? What's perfect look like to you since you brought it up?
Self. looks like that, I feel like for everyone, like even what we're talking about as far as our gifts and and like it's kind of like this exchange that you have had since like just the beginning of humanity, really. Before we were bartering and borrowing, and it was a financial thing about it. We had crafts and stuff, and we would
Yeah.
give it just to give, like
Yeah, barter
to help.
trade.
What
Yeah.
and it turned into a profit, which is
So
nothing
is
wrong
there
with
a
that.
such thing as perfect, or
No,
are
no,
we
no.
just always in the illusion of perfection?
Right. So I don't feel like it's anything. I mean, I don't feel like perfection is a thing in a sense of just like we're all beings. But at the same time, if we can come from space, come down, grow from water, get up here on, the earth, like as humanity, and how it just happened, or how we think it happened, coming from stardust, just all these things, in that sense, like
The view of
it's
that seems like a
perfect.
perfect view.
Yeah, like
It's
we're
a
breathing air right now. How are we like, how our
is
bodies
it
heal itself? You
is
know what
it
I'm
like
saying?
because I'm visualizing as you talk. I'm a good visualizer and I'm seeing all this and
Help
I
me
so
out, Pepper, because
I
I'm
can
trying to put
see
it.
how the transition to those moments can, even though going through it might have been imperfect, because of
It's the
all
perfect design in its
experience,
own
yeah,
right, in its own
in its
way.
own way.
In its
Okay,
own way, it's a
yeah.
perfect design as
I
far as
don't
it.
know if it's perfect. I will say it's magnificent.
I mean, but this
Yeah,
is his perspective though. So
right.
yeah,
Right.
And magnificent is a great word too, because
very
you
much
just
so.
can't even describe it. And just having that, but I'll answer as far as like my next year plans, just going off of that and how I feel about all that. Like I'm just in a better space because self is good, and I'm not over pouring to where I have nothing. Because if I have nothing, I can't make that arts and craft for that person or that, to give that
You
because I'm
probably
depleted.
could, cousin. It just would be another way you went about it.
Well, true. It's so many nuances.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes it great. And I'm just good with I'm good with self right now. Like stuff ain't perfect, but I'm good with self. I'm so good with self that my next year plans is just out of this world.
So the only reason why I keep asking is because you keep saying perfect, but is your
Mhm.
life not perfect? Because it could be perfect and you're just viewing it from a standpoint of you want more, 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 but is it gonna always be in the same, you see what I'm saying? Like perfection. It's
I'm
probably
following.
perfect right now, and
Hmm.
you're looking for something a bit more, but you're right where you're supposed to be. So what's imperfect about where you are right now? That's what I was getting to.
And it's two ways and maybe a few ways I'm looking at it, but I'll just name like two. But that is that is an astounding point,
Okay with the words.
because imperfect would be like I could get a paper cut, or I could stump my toe and be mad as hell. You know
He
how
does, guys.
you be
He
wanting to
does.
fight
Okay.
whatever the hell.
He does. Okay.
You know
He
what I'm
does.
saying?
He does.
Like la 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 boom. You like 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 little stuff like that, like is not like perfect, you know what I'm saying? And I don't, but it's perfect where I am now in another sense as well. It's kind of like a
Right.
quantum physics type of things, because
Very much so.
just as we're sitting here right now, okay, just as we were talking in the hallway about like an hour before this,
Eh,
we was right here
yeah,
at the same
it's
time.
one,
Just
two,
like we
three
right
on
here at
the.
the same time, we already done wrapped this up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like we right here at the same time. I'm in there, chowing down in the kitchen because, cousin getting a little hungry. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? We all in the same areas at the same time. But I'm trying to make it like makes it like I just,
You're fine.
we're already in next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
As as we sit here,
It already
it
happened.
already happened
We're
or is
taking,
happening.
yeah, that, and we're taking the steps to where we are already at, if
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yes.
So I was telling sis, because there was a time where I was like, this, how I look at stuff, what am I doing 3 months from now? 3 months from now, whatever going on right here, has already been resolved because I'm having the time of my life. So whew,
So yeah, and in
yeah,
that sense, it is perfect, you know, and
in
then I
its
think
own way.
in its own way, and
Yeah,
just
because we're always going to go through something. There's always going to be something for us to learn. There's always going to be a toe that's going to be stumped. There's always a paper cut that might happen, or you might even cut off the tip of your finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
there's always something that's going on. So that's why my question was, is what is perfect? Because when is life ever perfect to our standard? I mean, if you look at etymology, perfect is a
everything.
word that we made up because we want things to be a way in which we're not even understood of ourselves.
Right, right, right.
So we think if today this bill came in and I wasn't ready for it, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. And to me, I feel like you just learn from that situation at that point in time, you deal with it, whatever
Yes,
it is. Because when we practice free will, I start to notice that we start to practice free will according to ego. And
yeah,
ego will get us in situations where we want to overlook it, but how did I get myself in this situation? How do I learn from it to keep this particular situation from happening again?
yeah,
But then you after you clear that away, it's kind of like when you sweep and then you got to sweep again. You
yeah,
find that now there's something else that you've walked into and you got to clear it up. So how do we look at that? I myself, I wouldn't look at it as imperfection. It would just be like it's time for me to see if I can get myself in a more understood place
yeah.
because there's no such thing as perfection.
Yeah, and this is every last one of our experiences and our perspectives on our journeys. So, like we were saying, everybody's 3D or 5D feeling or whatnot is going to look different, and how we're all sharing our stories, and our, well, since you didn't even answer too, what about you
oh
for
yeah,
next year?
next year.
Oh,
We
I'm just waiting to see how magnificent it's going to be.
Mm.
There's no reason for me to manifest anything because anything that's supposed to be mine is going to come to me. So
mm,
anything that I'm meant to have will be mine, and anything that's not meant for me to have, it won't be mine. And so therefore, I don't need to really say that X, Y, and Z is something that I'm going forward to because I'm already in the place where I want to be, the place that I needed to be.
yeah,
Um, and by me understanding my planets, I could be here today and off in Timbuktu tomorrow.
yeah,
It's just how it works. So now I'm allowing myself to just have ease in my life,
yeah,
simplicity, and go with the flow instead of saying, well, next year I want to make like this much money, or I want to make sure I have this, and this. And I'm just because first of all, with the rest of December being the way it's getting ready to be in January, those outside planets going stationary, we can sit here and say we want this, and this.
yeah,
And then come January, February, March, none of that's even available anymore.
yeah.
So I'm just sitting back and I'm gonna sit in the flow of it and I'm gonna let next year be whatever the planets say it's supposed to be for me. um, Listen more to my spirit and allow it to guide me to what I need to be. And there's no more trying. I'm not trying anything. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And whatever lessons I'm supposed to learn, I'm going to learn. Um, and I'm going to let it be that way.
All of that rhythm and flow. That's
Yeah. If
yeah,
the wind blows right and I'm supposed to go with it, I'm going with it.
all of that,
And
all of
just
that.
hearing that is so much relief in that. Just
So
being,
I haven't shared all of my story, but it's been a lot of trying. It's been starting businesses and pulling them down, and there's been a lot. It's been a lot of twists and turns and this and that and the other. And what I found when I had the time to sit in Texas to really find um, and search, I found that we do a lot of trying, but trying is just like can't, it cuts everything off. So I'm just going to flow with it. I know what I'm capable of. um, I know who I am, and I know what I've looked for, and as we look and we try, sometimes we don't get to we don't see what's been revealed to us. So
Emotion.
do I need to try? If the creator is one with me and I'm one with the creator, if I listen more, then I'll move in the essence of the creator versus moving in a misunderstood place of being because I'm trying to do something that I don't need to try.
Hey sis, do you feel with you being here in Texas, because since you left, like you said, you've been moving around more and stuff. Do you think being here in Texas was just a moment where you just needed to sit with self a little more?
So Texas got me in the state of where I'm at, but as like I said, I've moved quite a bit, not since Texas, but before Texas, and each place brought a little bit of more of what it was that I needed to see.
Yeah.
And as I moved from place to place, dealing with different spiritual beings and understanding their different spiritual practices and spiritual understanding, it put me in a place of saying that this is who I am. And I don't really need to do some of the things that we try to do because why?
Touche. Touche.
Yeah, why?
Touche. That's a good response. I love it. Good response. I was I don't know, I think it was you. I was telling you, I remember being 7, since we talking about Texas a little bit. I remember being 7. I said, Mom, I want to move to Texas. And she looked at me, she said, why the hell would you want to do that?
Yeah, we was talking about that yesterday.
And I said, here I am. At my big old age, I'm here in Texas. And with the like we were reflecting and everything. When I say I reflect, I even reflect, it'll take me far as back as to childhood. Remember when you said this? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And I look at my now and I'm like, holy crap, look at me.
Yeah, we don't realize how much what we say is reflect on our lives. But once we put it out there, unless we pull it back or recant it, then we will see it when we line up with it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm finding is that we should talk less and listen more,
Very much
not to
so.
the person that's speaking, but to the divine that's giving us the guidance.
Very much so, sis. Very much so.
And it hits us all in a different way. But we're so busy distracted from what it is that is supposed to be for us that we find ourselves in uncompromised situations because we're uncertain of what we're actually here for.
Yeah, very much so, because of the distractions everywhere and
Yes.
all of that. And if you keep talking, I want this, I want that, I pray this, pray that, and you don't allow yourself to be quiet and just sit in the peace and quiet and let the divine respond, then you'll
Yeah.
miss the message.
I can say I'm grateful because I do have people that I pretty much counsel. One has given me a name that I will not mention here because I don't like people giving me high status names. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That is not what I came here for. But
right.
to this person, and I had the conversation with this person, and he was like, "Well, this is who you are to me." And I said, "Well, I will accept it from you because it's you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I won't correct you. But I've given him some things to try out because I try things myself, but then I give them out for people to try. And he came back to me and he was like, "Oh my gosh." He was like, "It happened just like you said it." He said, and I couldn't even do anything about it because it just happened the way you said it was. And he was like, "It was a great feeling." And
yeah,
I said, "Keep doing it. Keep doing it because it's not something that I made up. It's something that I did. I tried. It came to me through the divine and it
yeah,
was given to you to see if it would work and it works for you."
yeah. I
But
love that.
he's a Gemini too, so
Yeah,
it might be one of those things. But yeah, for next year I just want to see what's given to me.
I love it. I love it. Replenishing. And she said that helped him. You with your journaling, how has journaling helped you? Because I was telling cuz, when you need to, just journal. I bought my cousin his journal and I was like, journal, whatever's going on. I told him you with your big cuz, not cuz we cousins, okay? And your mama
First,
sent you. Yeah. I said you were in spiritual training.
mom's a sister.
Yeah, yeah. You in spiritual training. So come on, buddy, get it together. What's going on? Journal, that might be something that's helpful for you. So, cuz I never really fully asked, I would hear you say you're journaling. How has that worked for you as in, personal growth, spiritual growth, holistic healing and stuff like that?
Writing it out feels different from keeping it all in. Uh, just getting it out and putting it into like a physical sense, even on paper, it feels more more so reachable of a manifestation of what I can do outside of myself, like
Yeah.
in the physical area.
Right.
I just feel like it's just gonna lead up to that if I just take it out of here. Because if I'm all in here all the time,
Yeah.
I'm not exuding anything, so I can't even exude things in a physical sense.
Yeah.
For me personally, like I used to, well, no, I still kind of battle with this. I'm like very stagnant sometimes. I just get stuck like here and just here. Like it's good and nice inside, but it's kind of like if I were to just like be a turtle and just be in my shell all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not, and then like walk and
Yeah.
do different things. And so
Journaling
that
you
for
would be
me,
like songwriting, right?
was that?
Say that again, sis.
Journaling you would be like songwriting.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you so
It
right
is.
about that. Yeah. And that's how I've been getting it out. And then, with the different notes, different octaves, different things, and I don't know. And I produce my own stuff too. So how it's gonna sound is my communication as well. It's just like
Have
me.
you thought about doing it that way too? Singing it?
Yes, lately, it ran across my mind for that. I wrote a song in the journal probably the other night, and I caught myself doing it, and I was like, "Which, makes sense."
It's
I
part of
get,
your talent.
I,
You're using your water because he's a double Pisces. You're using your water to in a more balanced
mhm,
way. So yeah.
Your emotion, that moon,
mhm.
using your
But
emotions.
I feel like sometimes, the Pisces, they two fish going opposite.
They
They
Well,
opposite.
one's in the water, one's in this
Uh,
world, and one's in another world.
you look like that. What you doing,
So
man?
Pisces are in double worlds.
Right. So
Yeah.
being that it could be the hugest sea, or it can be a fishbowl, because water takes up, if you pour water into a glass, it's going to take the shape of the glass.
Right.
Yeah.
But your water should be emotional because when you talk about water, you talk about the currents, it could be no current or it could be full of current. It's how do you feel your emotions
can
and
never.
then put it into your writing because Pisces is all about spirituality, connection to the divine, emotional connections. So with you being a double, you have a Mercury in Pisces.
Sure, do I have time?
No, I think his
We
Mercury's in
looked at mine.
Aquarius.
Okay.
Remember,
I believe your
Okay.
Mercury's
I
in
know that
Aquarius.
feeling.
Um, but with the Pisces, your connection to this world and the other world um is should be strong. So you should be able to pull in your spiritual practice like nothing.
But that's the thing, like, and this is what people can understand about like a Pisces. We always gonna be emo. It's just the thing that we are. But the thing is, it's that vulnerability of pouring it out. We go through life pouring it out all the time, but then we'll get the more logical sense of someone else that takes up the emotional sense of us. Because I mean, everybody has a logical and emotional sense of things, but we have that more water than, well, for the
No,
most part.
everybody don't have a logical
Well,
understanding.
I mean, they supposed to,
Yeah,
because you need both
sis,
No,
things.
they don't.
right here.
So, so
But like for a
It,
Pisces,
it, it
though.
depends on where your Mercury sits. Logic sits in the Mercury, and not everybody's Mercury is in a logical place.
Mine's probably Aquarius.
Yeah,
And the thing is,
it's
and I
in
can say
Aquarius.
that,
Yeah.
but the thing is with Pisces, I mean, we get shut down so much for porn to where we want to keep it in, to where we want to,
Pisces,
you know. do
So I
that
want you to
sometimes, or
think
at
of
least
it
for
like
me.
this. A Pisces isn't pouring. Aquarius is pouring. A Pisces is discernment. Look at it that way. So what I would tell you to do is go inward to pull in what it is you're supposed to pull in from the ether, the cosmos, the divine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but pouring is not your job as a Pisces. Your job is to be able to decipher the information between you and the cosmos.
You've been giving all this good water, and I ain't even got to.
Yeah, that's why I said journal, boy.
But I think I think that good water.
But because you sing, that's why I said you sing and you write songs, you would be able to pour all the emotion that you're holding on to because you're a Pisces
Mhm.
into your journaling like a song and then just turn it into a song.
Right. And the thing is, having your art and being in a space where people want it like a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
When it gets to the business and mixed in with the creativity, me is my experience with a Pisces. That's like gut wrenching for me because then I have to look at stuff in a whole different sense. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take my water like this. I'll just be in this fishbowl right here and just be here. I
Yeah,
still got my water, but it's
yeah,
still not enough for me to, I need
yeah.
more to inhabit more. So I do
Replenish.
feel closed in, but I feel like it's like kind of like it's a protection.
Release yourself.
Yeah,
Release yourself. You don't have to close yourself in.
Barrier up.
protection barrier, but that's because stuff happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But
look at that stuff as a lesson learned. You see what I'm saying? Because we've all been through,
Mhm,
those types of things. A
mhm,
relationship and dealing with other people is about learning you more than it is about learning the other person.
yes.
So when you're dealing with somebody else, it's about who am I in this situation? And am I closing myself in and pinning myself in a box? Or am I allowing myself to still be the being that I am? If you're closed in, learn the lesson and move on.
mhm.
If you're allowing yourself to be who you are and you're okay with that, then you're still learning the lesson of saying that I am who I am and you take me as I am, or you can leave me. I'm
All
going to
right,
learn the lesson
Mary
for
J.
myself.
Blige. Okay. Mary J. Blige had a song, Take Me As I Am.
That's
All
what she
right
said.
now.
That's what she said.
That is,
What she say, Jeff?
she said, Take me as I am. You
Yeah,
better.
we have to learn to be okay with us and understand that a relationship is just a mirror of what it is that we're supposed to learn at that time. And it doesn't matter how you decipher the information, how hard it was on you. You have to let loose of that because so in a lot of the relationship advice that I give, a lot of people are looking for something outside of them in somebody else when what you're looking for in that other person you should have already found in yourself
So,
before you even allowed yourself to be involved with the other person.
yep.
I had a question. Now,
Yes.
the question, would that be, in your opinion, would that be, or just your thought about it, would that be a more logical take on it? Like, do you
So
think like a Pisces itself can like say that to another Pisces if they were not an aged one? Like for me, because being an aged Pisces now is kind of different. But because from when I was, because we're also fantasy too, and then when we're in situations with people that bring us to reality, it's kind of like that's shocking to us. We're like, what do you mean?
so
You know? And then as we grow, we end up being into reality because that's what it is. And we like, okay,
so
this, can't be in
as
fantasy.
you age
Mhm.
in any archetype, ego archetype, you're going to get different understanding. So,
Yeah.
because there's going to be more things that you've been through, more things you've been able to decipher. Okay. But you're still young. And with you still being in a young position, understanding where you came from, the relationships that young people go through is still all learning.
Yeah.
You learn from those. You decipher who it is, and when you went into that relationship, who you were, and when you came out of that relationship, who you became. So the information doesn't matter if you're 60 years old and you're in your sixth or seventh, situation. There are people who are in their 50s and 60s that still haven't deciphered that the relationships that they were in their 20s, 30s, and 40s was still a reflection of what they needed to learn about themselves. It's easy to point the finger at the other person and decipher what they did to you, but you also allowed it to be done. So why did I allow this person to do this to me? What was it about me that kept me there?
Yep.
What allowed me to keep going back? Why did I keep pulling myself towards that situation when I knew I wasn't getting what it was that what I needed? Because at the end of the day, that relationship was to teach you about you, not you about the other person.
Oh, now. I didn't know we was in sermon now. I didn't know we was having a sermon now.
That emotion though is for me what probably keeps somebody there in my
emotions.
of thinking, or
Let's talk about it.
for me, because I can only speak for myself, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, no. What I'm saying is let's decipher what emotions really are. Your emotions give you a good understanding of what it is you don't need to go through. But what we don't understand is what our emotions are actually telling us
It's a
because we're
key to
not taught.
understand you. It's a key to
It
understand
is.
yourself.
So the same reason why I tell sis I ask people what their sun sign is because that's their ego. So your Pisces ego is in the sun. Your Mercury is how you think. Your emotions is how you're going to decipher information to trigger that ego, to trigger that Mercury, to make you act the way you do. We manifest. If we were to truly manifest, we still have to use an emotional connection to manifest what it is that we want. And when you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, but you don't know how to leave, you're using your emotions to ask the universe to keep giving you more of what you don't want versus more of what you do want.
There you go. I said something earlier too, sis, talking to my friend on the phone. I said, accountability for self. When I started doing that, I realized I was in my own fucking way.
Yes.
I was in
Our
my own way.
emotions are, yeah, because if you think about it, our emotions they're a key to telling us what needs to happen, but we misinterpret them thinking that, oh my God, I'm in love with them. Are you really in love? Because love and hate can't feel the same.
They on they on the same pole, but at opposite ends.
Yeah, we have to understand it's kind of like anxiety and excitement and fear. They all feel the same.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And see, Pisces be feeling that. That's the thing. That's the thing. And it's just like they like it's like you know it, but it's like because I've had when I've dated, I've friends, something like that. If they weren't like a Pisces, they would say just like this, what the truth of the matter. They would give kind of that, thesis of it, or it's similar, something that brings you kind of down. Now, when I'm with, because even who I'm with now in my relationship, we're both Pisces. So we kind of sit in the water together, but we're aged Pisces too. So we're not the same as if we sat in the water and we were like in our like early 20s or something versus like an early 30s. And
That's
see,
how
so
they
we done been through it and we done been through those people. But that's what I'm saying. Like for the Pisces, it's like we are like the mermaids or fish that's comfortable in the water. Like we so comfortable in water that we'll as long as we got a little water, like I said, you could have a little pouch with the little fish in it with water in it.
You take like an
It's
iPhone
not
shower.
for sure. It's not.
Just asking.
You speak as if you're a Cancer.
What you say, sis?
He speaks as if he's a Cancer.
Yeah.
Well, my mom was
Water signs.
My aunt was a Cancer, his mom. Our grandmother that we're close to is Cancer. My mom is a Cancer. My daughter is Cancer. A lot of Cancer going on.
And so I have a lot of water in my household, it's on way, but the thing is, even in the relationship with another Pisces right now, like it's so interesting to see. Like we're really that comfortable in our water, but the thing is, we can't just live in a pouch like of water.
little
That
sack of
we're
water,
like we know that, but we're so comfortable in water. We're like, oh, sometimes we're like, oh no, give me my pouch. I'm cool. I'm good. And then
Yeah,
we're like, oh. And
yeah.
then some time passed. You're like, well,
It's
damn, I kind of
time.
want to swim somewhere else.
Yeah, it's time
Like
to get
somebody
out
make me
of
back in the damn
you in a
ocean.
little fish bowl,
Mhm.
and it's time for you
Both
to
of us
get
say.
out of that little fish bowl and
Mhm.
explore elsewhere.
Imagine a little fishbowl that done sunk down in the ocean and hit the kind of the ocean flow type.
Yeah, well,
Now I know dangerous parts of the ocean because I ain't got
that's a
time.
that's a drop.
But you get what I'm saying? Well, yeah, that's a few miles, ain't it? But
Yeah,
listen, not no dangerous part, but if
yeah,
just imagine that floating down.
yeah,
Okay. And the top is like, somewhere right by it.
yeah,
And then the fish was able to pick up the top and like get into the fishbowl, pick up the top and put it on it, and good.
yeah.
And then when we ready, we'll pop that top and we'll go back out in the ocean.
and then you come back.
But we'll probably come the hell back.
Uh,
But it's not, I feel like that fishbowl is a sense of what we were talking about earlier. But this is in a Pisces
Yeah.
for me, like
yeah,
that fishbowl is our like meditation with self.
that's your
Is
safe
our
space.
space.
Okay,
You know?
sense.
Now the only thing is where it gets tricky, see me and mine, we can get out of it, go back in it, get out of it, go back in it. You know, we old. But
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
but no, what I'm
Remind
saying
me.
is,
This child is still young.
but listen
Talking
though,
about he's
we
old.
can get out and come back in the fishbowl in the ocean and stuff like that. That's what we do. Now, if we were younger, we would stay too long in that fishbowl, and you can't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
can,
gotta be
yeah.
But don't all young people stay in, it just depends on where your Venus sits at that point, if you're gonna sit there and decide to torture yourself with the relationship. But a lot of young people will do it.
And then we have other, folks coming to other signs. They just at the fishbowl like, hey,
Yeah, I
the hell,
understand that too.
what are
Hey,
you
can we
doing?
come in?
Get out. Some here come.
We would like to meet
Like,
you.
yeah, hello.
Me, it'd be the door. I'd be like,
Yeah,
hey,
come to-
can you
Yes,
just
be you.
leave it at the door?
I was
That
just-
used to be me. Leave it at the door. In
I
my
was
my
at our house 'cause
universe,
she would
my
just open the
universe was
door
like,
too.
girl,
She like,
you
listen.
get your ass out there and do what you need to do.
But it's
I'm
always not a healthy space to be in,
Yeah,
honestly,
it's
and I feel like everybody can relate to kind of that kind of
Yeah.
like kind of with metaphor, I guess, what I'm trying to say. But that's in a sense of kind of what it is, like, don't stay in that for long. And and maybe it shouldn't be like a fishbowl. Maybe it should be just, one little piece of the ocean that you could just sit in for a second.
But that's your sacred space, like you said. That's
Mhm.
your sacred space.
Where's come to mind?
Mostly a sacred space for me is where I go to regrip, and what else is? What?
Reposition.
There we go. Regroup, regrip, reposition. My mind be. I'm gonna write that down. I wrote it down somewhere. I write so much shit down. I don't know where I put it, but that's my area. When I go to my sacred space, that's what I do. It allows me to sit with self. It allows me to have a moment of silence to self. I need to hear self. Okay, my social battery. I did all that networking. My social battery done came down. Let me go back and recharge up and center myself in my sacred space. So that is hey, I understand. You have a place where you can have
place,
that
and then
moment.
the tricky is not to just stay there.
Yeah, but get out there.
Get out there, but have that,
Have that
just
balance. That balance. It's a
'Cause
balance.
shit, you stay in a fishbowl too long if ain't nobody, cleaning it. Shit,
Yeah, get a little
you know what
dirty.
I'm saying? Like that's real stuff.
Yeah, it's real stuff.
Sorry, I'm up here giving sign language.
It's okay, sis. We up here laughing at ourselves.
Ooh, we silly.
We very much so. We like
Yeah.
this all the time. Okay, all the time. Because we is
No, I
funny.
know.
We is
Okay?
funny. We're hilarious.
Funny.
Actually.
All right.
We funny as hell.
Yeah,
I
very much
agree.
so.
We're
I agree
hilarious.
too. Shit.
Shit. Damn, wait,
There we
stop.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, what's the I'm sorry.
Gotta get it out
And
your
I
system.
gotta start calling you Southern Goddess. You know what I'm saying? Spirit.
Well, she calls me Jacqueline.
Well, yeah.
So, and you know, if my mama see this, she be like, "Who the hell is Southern Goddess?" I'm like, "Me, mom. What you talking about? It's me." Okay, like golly. You know, but that means you guys have the keys to. I'm giving you the keys to my universe. You know, when I tell people my real name, of course you knew my real name. Of course, no brainer. You literally have, you know, that close, tight knit
Tell me all
I
accent.
try to just call her sis because, like, sometimes we have multiple goddesses on here,
Yeah, we
and
did.
like I said, that becomes a little bit tedious. Goddess, 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 and then Keisha. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like rappers got the little
I
I,
never
I
stretched
just be
rappers
like
got the
sis,
little,
you know.
you know, in the fun. Then you
yeah,
Until she was like big sis and then sis, I was like, well, which one is she talking to?
yeah,
So
yeah.
then I
I
wouldn't say
have to
nothing, and
give
she was
myself.
like, "Are you back there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here. I just didn't know who you was talking to."
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And that little one is funny. Little Kim, little
Little
Romeo,
Kim,
little
little
Bow
Romeo,
Wow, little
little
Corey,
mom.
little Sammy, yeah, little Mama.
Never grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's that never grow up type situation.
every
Yeah,
last one of them done dropped the lid. Okay.
of course. I mean, well, what age
You
is
gonna
old
keep
enough to drop a little? You see what I'm saying? Little
Yeah,
what?
yeah, Keisha, this goes back to our conversation where you said all the Keishas dropped those first two letters in the
The
Keisha.
first handle, yeah,
Yeah,
if
every
you've been here
Keisha that
since the
I've
Last
met.
Supper, how long you gonna be
yeah.
blind?
Yeah, every Keisha I've met, they've dropped
You
that.
drop the handle because the LA was you was in trouble, or the handle in front was you was in trouble. So just call me Keisha.
No, those are simpler times, though, the little.
Yeah.
Really? I don't
Well,
know.
no, you know what? Honestly, yeah, now that I know what I know, you know what I'm saying
He
now.
talking about he old, like he the oldest one up here. I'm sitting up here like, oh my God, this little boy is still young.
No, you
Not little. I
great
mean,
though.
this
Yeah,
grown man is
Yeah,
still young. I'm sorry.
yeah. She was kind of getting on me the other day. I said, "This dude is like 25, too young for me." She said, "Sis, you young too." I said, "25 is too young." Okay,
I mean, I get it. It's a 10-year
like,
age
like,
difference.
what?
yeah,
Somebody
I
25?
don't want nobody in their 20s.
I
I
Aha!
feel
mean, but
like I'm
Stella
not
got her
doing.
groove back and she thought it was okay. So why not?
Stamina.
Well, okay, that
And
seems
what they say, age
Stamina.
ain't nothing but a number.
that's
Stamina.
true. But I said what
I
I
just
said.
need the mental status. You see what
Stop.
I'm
True,
saying?
that's
I'm not
true.
worried about your number. I'm worried about your mental status because
Okay.
if you can't keep up with me mentally, I got to sit you off to the side.
All of that, I feel that, but I said what I said. You know, still
I
to this day, it's not for me.
I mean, hey,
It,
everybody got their preference.
yes, it's not for
One
me.
of them might change your mind.
Slow your roll there. Slow your roll. I'm good on that. I'm good on. I'm loving being with me.
Okay.
I'm loving me more. You know,
Facts.
I take me on little dates, whether it's little strolls to the park or whether we just get in the car and just ride around and bump on my spaceship because my Chevy is my spaceship. I know my neighbors hear me because my windows just be rattling, y'all. So I just be in there enjoying myself, sitting in my peace and quiet. That I love me. I love what I do. I have a fun time, goddamn. You know, why not enjoy myself? Let's start there. And a lot of people forget to enjoy themselves first. I'm looking for, I need this. I need, well, what about yourself?
That's real.
Most people don't know what self needs. That's the
Mm,
problem because they
yeah.
don't sit with self to understand
So,
what it is they need. They
Mm.
jump from
so
one relationship to another relationship looking for somebody to complete them when they need to complete themselves first.
just hopping
That's where
like
that
Bugs Bunny.
emotions, what we was talking about, could come into play. Because I utilize my emotions as tools to tell me, okay, what's going on with me? Why do I feel like this? Where is this coming from? Why am I so? You know, I ask myself these deep questions, like, oh, I need to fix that.
But it's funny because your human design will tell you will come into contact with somebody that completes you, that makes you drawn to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that you're supposed to be with them. It
Mm-hmm.
means that there is a lesson to be learned there. And you mistake the information from the emotions as I'm supposed to be with this person when this person is just supposed to mirror everything for you and teach you a lesson.
Very
So it's
much.
still about growth. If you think about it, we came here for our spirits to grow, for our soul to grow, for it to experience different experiences in life, and those experiences are actually the what we consider as human beings hardships, but
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a growth ship for your internal or your external
Mm,
being, your light being.
Very much
that's
so.
powerful.
You did
And
that.
we don't
Right.
understand those
Come on.
things.
Yeah. Yes. And so, sis, with that being said, with you saying that, a lot of some, I'm gonna say some, I don't want to say a lot because I want to give people their credit. There are people out here who doing the inner work. Some still can take that personally. And we just want to put out there, it's nothing personal when you're with somebody, like sis said, it's for a lesson for you to experience, to mirror and, reflect for yourself and elevate yourself. Don't take it personal. It's a few that take it personal, and it's not really personal at all.
So you have to understand that as well. The ones that take it personal, that's for them to take personal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if people take everything that I say personal, that's on them. That's not on me.
Very much so. Very much so.
That has nothing to do with me. That has to do with them. And at the end of the day, they're the ones who has to decipher that when it's time for them to. So take it personal. It's okay.
Don't take it personal. Who said that? Monica. Monica
You know,
said that. Monica said that. Yeah, Monica said that. But
Yeah.
you're absolutely right, sis. You're absolutely right.
yeah,
Definitely.
for you will stay around you. And we will outgrow people when it's our time. And if they take that personal, then once again, when I walk through the door and I close the door, whatever is left behind is left behind. It's not for me to worry about. And if they take it personal and get butthurt about it, then guess what? That's why they got left behind, because they still have things they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Um, it was as easy as me saying, if you run into people who want to work with you and don't want to work with me,
Right.
then they don't want to work with me. It's not for me to stop you
Yeah.
from working with them,
Very
because
much.
what's for me will be mine and what's not for me won't be, and I'm not going to force it.
Very much so, sis. Very much
And
so.
each one of us has to come to that understanding in those terms on our own in the time that it's supposed to come to us.
Very much so. And I envision, and I'm gonna take y'all on a trip. So y'all on my spaceship. Just rock with me, okay? Rock with me. My little imagination would run wild, and I would look at imagine us, have you ever seen Indiana Jones where they're traveling and they got the backpacks and they on this journey? I see us doing that, and we meet people along these journeys and we exchange those knowledge and everything, and us exchanging, hey sis, bro, let me help you up the step. Let me help you up the step. We're supposed to take this part of the journey together. Okay, well, this is my exit, this is your exit. We may come cross paths later on, but for now, I'll see you then. Best of luck on your journey and stuff like that. I see it like that. Very much.
Yeah, that's been my life.
Yeah.
I've lived all over the world. I've made friends all over the world. I've shaken hands with everybody that I was supposed to come into contact with. And then, like my daughter asked me, she said, "Do you still keep up with these people?" And I was like, "No.
Yeah.
When the paths divide, they divide.
Yeah.
Do I still think about them and wish them good and hope that they're doing well, and they're still living, or if they're not, they made an easy transition or however it was supposed to. Yeah, but I mean, I don't dwell on it, because that was a portion of my life.
That's what you needed in that moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. Yeah. Got anything,
So
Cole?
I need to look at my birth chart again.
I live in mine. I live in
Very,
mine.
yeah, every rising, I take a peek, look at it and stuff
Live in
like that.
mine.
Just be swimming in there, dive in, all in
I
there.
needed to
Yeah,
understand why I went through some of the things I went through. Um, but it's funny, because I don't I don't hate anybody. I don't hold grudges, and I I just want to keep myself from making sure that I've learned the lessons I needed to learn, so I don't have to keep repeating the cycle.
yeah,
And to me, as long as I'm not repeating that cycle, of something that I didn't want to be in the first place means I'm not insane. Means I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Very
So
much so.
yeah, you have to. Your birth chart should be something that you're looking at and deciphering for yourself as much as possible. Why is my Mercury here? What does it mean for me to have an ego that sits here and a Mercury that sits here? And where's my emotions and why do I feel? I know why my emotions are flatlined and my funny bone is not so funny because I'm disciplined in my emotions. I'm Capricorn in my emotions don't go nowhere.
I'm just,
And if they do,
I'm just
if
glad
they
I'm
do,
a
that's
Virgo.
my ego.
See, crack me up.
But my emotions are flatline. I tell people I don't like for them to be too high up and I don't like for them to be too high down. I like for them to be right there
Yeah,
and
sis
I'm
is
good.
deeply
If they're
hurt. Yeah.
anywhere outside of that, there's a problem.
I used to, talk to a Capricorn. I think his sun sign was just Capricorn, but just hearing you talk about it and how he acted and his ego and stuff, like I can see the Capricorn. Like I'm through there.
Yeah, I mean it's very disciplined and my emotions are very disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Very disciplined, but I know where my Aquarius is. I know where my Gemini is. I definitely know where my Cancer is
Mm-hmm.
because my Cancer is in my Mars. So you can mess with my kids if you want to, and then you'll see me act real ugly.
There you go. I'm a dog,
Because
walk your ass in the dog. Oh,
Mars is war, destruction.
action.
I'm going to war. So you mess with my kids and you've ignited my Mars, and at that point we're having a problem. But I mean, I know where they sit. It's some of my aspects that are pretty complex that I'm learning about. But outside of that, I know where they all sit. Um, my ego is Aquarius, but I think like an Aquarius, I speak like an Aquarius, and I love like an Aquarius. So that's how much Aquarius that I have right there.
When I say it's
I move
Aquarius,
like a Gemini too.
she's
Yeah, very
Aquarius,
much so. Very much so. But I'm more grounded now than I was before. Uh,
Mhm.
I ran into an Aquarius who had what I feel was a lot of Gemini energy, and he was all over the place.
Mhm.
And if you're an air sign that's not grounded, you can take on some aspects of being a tornado, and that's what he came off as. It's like tornado air.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like they definitely, well, I'm a manifest these schools for kids. We should be teaching them their birth charts. Parents in general. Hell, it starts with us. We the first everything. The cook, hairstylist, what we say, stylist for wardrobe, everything for the kids. So definitely start, teaching your kids, their birth
Yes, please do,
chart.
because school needs to go away. We need to go back to teaching our kids the way we're supposed to teach our kids versus school. Now, if we do have school, I feel like reading, math, writing, those are like the main core things.
Yeah.
But government has too much control over school, and that's a whole program in itself. So,
So.
um, if we're going to get rid of the whole programming and paradigm, it starts with the parents, but the parents have to unlearn what it is they already know to relearn what it is we're supposed to know. Because it's so much stuff out there and people don't know what to know,
Mm.
then you just have a whole hodgepodge of a mess.
Very much so, sis. Very much so. She said mouthful right there. We done went to church, our own church. Y'all, seen that? Pick that up. And there's a lot of
Go
gems.
and listen to what's his name? Church. Who sings Church, Nati? T-Pain. Church. Go ahead and listen to that
You know
song.
what, sis?
It
And
don't
I
have
was
nothing
in
to do with church,
college.
church.
It doesn't. But I was in college. I was in the dance group. And that was one of our performances, church. We performed T-Pain's church in my dance group, and how we did it, it was so comical. But the fact that you said that, it jogged the memory. Oh, I
Oh,
remember
I
that.
listen to it in my car
Huh?
while I'm driving because I
Yeah.
have to take these people to church. His church. Goodness.
Yes, sis. I get it.
Goodness.
I
I have to take
definitely
them
get
to
it.
church. Woo!
Maybe want to bump that song after this,
You should. You
Definitely. I
should.
ain't heard it in a while.
Listen to it. I can't remember it, but I kind of
Yeah.
like ringing a bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's the person that I like to listen to him, especially when I'm trying to get hype. It's a few of them, but
Okay, sis. Want to get hype.
oh yeah, I don't listen to nothing but I don't play slow music, especially not in my car. We don't listen to slow music in my car. Now, if you want to see the me that you see Jacqueline right here and the way she is, if you want to see me like that, you see me behind the wheel of my car.
I believe it. I believe it. It's just, I would definitely, I'm down for a ride, okay? I'm down for a ride, okay? You can go as fast as you want. I'm gonna have me a good old time, okay? So
I'm just trying to figure out where the slow lane and the fast lane is around here because it seems like the slow lane is every lane. And then the ones that's trying to get around the slow people has got to get through 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes to get. I'm not lying. And then you've got, I'm not going to even say that on here. But, anyways, you got so many people who really shouldn't have a driver's license. Today, I got this woman who got in front of me and I was in the fast lane, at least trying to do 5 miles over the speed limit. And she was driving slow. I told her, I said, you need to move. And she literally got behind me. She shouldn't have been over there. Who does 25 miles an hour in the passing lane?
she do. She do.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Oh, it is. If you're gonna drive that slow though, there's a lane all the way
There's a lane
here.
all the way over by when they starting to merge on.
Over there to the right.
Well, let's go.
They call that the slow lane. Or you can get in the second lane. There's 4 lanes. Why are you in the fourth lane, which is supposed to be the passing lane?
Come on now.
Also known as the fast lane when I was going to school.
It still is, sis, but like you said, I don't know if it changed or something like that.
It has up here.
Your facial expression.
Okay, so like I said, I've driven all over the country. And I think I've seen the most no lights, no signal.
Yeah, girl.
I'm not even gonna use my mirror. I'm just gonna get over.
Girl, come on now.
And I'm sitting here like, this is a war zone. I done dodged 3 car accidents with people about to hit me, and I'm in the right situation. I'm sitting here and I'm like, my spirit is strong. And I don't curse. But I do give them names. Like my daughter was laughing at me the other day because I called somebody, I called them a freak. I called them a nitwit, a dingbat.
Well, sis, I give them names based off how they look, and if they look like a Sandra,
I don't have time to
you
look
a
at
Sandra.
you.
Sandra!
I don't have time to look at you because a lot of them look like they got names I can't pronounce.
Well, you can see the silhouette, so I give them the name I feel they should have.
You see how dark my windows are?
I see, but I can still see through.
I'm not looking at you. I'm trying to get around you. I don't have time to be trying to look at that. That's my daughter. She'll look in the car. I don't have time to be trying to look at you. Move.
Yeah. Sandra, get on the right. Okay, Sandra. I don't know.
Most of them aren't Sandras. I hate to say that. Most of them ain't Sandras.
Well, we're gonna be Sandras today. Cause
most of them ain't Sandras. Man,
Elijah, get on there.
Most of them look like they got names that can't be pronounced.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love it though.
But it's okay. I'm not. What I'm saying is that my spirit is strong. Because for me to be able to maneuver around 3 car, man, when I say like there's a wall here, and this SUV is just coming over like I'm not in this lane.
Mm-hmm.
You just gonna come over and push me into the wall?
Sure.
Well, we don't even need mirrors on our car no more.
Apparently not.
Just drive. Just drive.
Hey, Rihanna said, shut up and drive, ain't it?
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, that's my little rant for
Well, I
the
love
day.
it though. I love it. We gonna wrap this segment up so that we can just survive afterwards off cam and stuff like that. But thank you, family, for joining us before we go. Big Sis, did you have any last words that you would like to share with the audience?
Let's see.
And you think of one too, because you got the hurt.
Go into this time with ease of mind. Whatever happens, let it happen without putting too much emotional uh, energy into it, because this is going to be a time where a lot of people don't understand what's going on, and that's okay. Just let it be.
Just let it be.
Just let it be. That's
All
great.
right, cousin. What
I
do
had
you
a follow up after that.
well, it's
So scared.
anything that you feel that you want to share with the audience. It can be anything. Just based off your own experience, you know.
What Keisha said to the highest degree, that was great. Exactly. I agree.
Well, family, all I have to say is continue to do the inner work, you know, do the inner work on self, hold yourself accountable, stop getting in your own way, and you will see all that you want and desire. The answers are already there. It's been there all this time. You just got to get out your own way. But until then, family, find your life and then fix your crown, family. Peace.
We were disco dancing.